Nothing pisses me off more than seeing a veteran getting fucked over. So when this scenario came across my desk, I was absolutely livid. I was ready to go down and blast somebody. Now, I can't wait to get into this video and tell you what it's all about, but before I do that, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Justin Chermak. I am your VA loan advisor. I'm a vet, but also it's my job to teach you everything you need to know about VA loans. So make sure you subscribe to my page if you want to find out more and learn all about your VA loan. But today's video, I've got a different focus point for my target. Now, in a past video, I talked about Veterans United and one specific scenario where a veteran was given a pre-approval without having their COE or their Certificate of Eligibility. Now, in a nutshell, I do cover this in a bunch of my other videos, what a COE exactly is, but basically, you can't buy a house without this document from the VA. But Veterans United, they didn't pay attention to that. So let's jump right into it. I'm gonna bring up on the screen exactly what I'm looking at in front of me here. All right, so this pre-approval right here, well, it's completely invalid, and I'm gonna show you why. Because essentially, this is a pre-approval for a VA loan, but if you take a look at one of the conditions right here that I have highlighted, it says one of the conditions is waiting for an acceptable COE, which is absolutely insane because VU actually labeled this a comprehensive review pre-approval. So comprehensive, in fact, they forgot to do the first step. Here's why this is a problem. The veteran in question, he doesn't have any assets. He doesn't have money in case this falls through. So if he goes under contract with this, which he did, and he doesn't get his COE, well, that means he's gonna be forced to put a down payment. But guess what? He doesn't have it. So he doesn't have the money to cover the homeowner's insurance. He doesn't have the money to cover the earnest money deposit. He doesn't have the money to cover appraisal shortfall. So why are we pre-approving him if he doesn't have the money? We're just setting him up for failure. Now, when I worked on the range field, I used to say this to myself when I was training Marines, right? I would say, let no Marine fail for lack of training. But clearly, the same principle doesn't apply to Veterans United. Now, the most alarming thing of all with this pre-approval is that this veteran is not even cleared to purchase until next year. So you're basically giving him a document to tell him to go out and look for houses, but he can't use it until next year? What kind of shit is that? What is this, imaginary bank? Where are we playing in Pretendo land here? I'll do every single one of you watching this video right now. I'll give you all a pre-approval to buy a house in 2030. How does that sound? Super useful, right? No. Now, the messed up part about this is that this veteran was deceived, did not understand what this document meant, because who really reads the fine print? We all just hit agree, right? We just scroll down to the very end of the terms and conditions for every website we go onto, and we just hit agree. We click the little box that we read it, but we didn't really read it. Come on, everybody does this. Well, unfortunately, you can't do that in lending, and this is why. Now, the messed up part is this affects more than just the veteran. This affects the real estate agent who then took out that veteran, who thought that they could go out and find them a home. And that's really screwed up because that agent wasted their time. And guess who else they wasted the time of? The listing agent and the seller who they put in an offer with, who they can't buy the house until 2025, and they have a COE. So now all of those people, the buyer side real estate agent, the seller side real estate agent, and the seller themselves all have a negative interpretation of VA loans. What do you think that means for veterans like you and I? Exactly. That means more discrimination because people are going to think that VA loans are no good. They're shingat. Forget about it. Get them out of here. Well, it's definitely not the case. VA loans are actually far superior to every other type of loan on the planet, but VU is doing a horrible job showing us that fact. This is exactly why it's absolutely crucial to make sure you're working with a dedicated professional, someone you know, like, and trust when you're going through the process of buying a house. So again, I say this in all of my videos. My name is Justin Chermak. I teach you guys everything you need to know about VA loans. I do a tremendous amount on a yearly basis. I do them all the time. I eat, sleep, and breathe VA loans. Now, I'm licensed in most states from New York to Cali, but if you're in a state that I'm not licensed in, I also have a tremendous network of professionals who are also veterans themselves, just like me, and VA loan advisors that can help you make sure that you're not getting screwed over or having the wool pulled over your eyes the way that this veteran did. So if you found any of this content helpful, make sure you subscribe to my page, check check me out. I actually have a really cool video where I did a bunch of reviews about Veterans United, and actual veterans talk about what their experience was like working with Veterans United via a Facebook group that I was a part of. So if you want to see what someone else has to say about Veterans United who's not in the business like myself, check out the video in the comments below because I talk all about it there. And as always, if you appreciated this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let the algorithm know that you guys are out there listening, that you value this content, and you want to hear the truth. Let's go. Motivator out.